first just few minutes after talking to Shaq, and with a two-time French Open champ getting ready to come on this program, we've mentioned Kanye, Kim, and so Kim Yi, and Miley.
Jim Courier is probably jet-lagged coming back from France.
No, JC's on top
walking
of
into
all
this.
Twerk, Miley, twerk.
Jim, you don't begrudge us having this conversation, do you?
I do not begrudge it. In fact, I'm on my computer right now looking searching for Miley/mud/pig. And it's all good. How you guys doing?
I'm doing great, Jim.
You're not having any fun at all, it sounds like.
No, but plus you don't begrudge anybody any. You're not a begrudger. You're not a begrudger, Jim.
Nope, I don't. I'm just frankly pleased that your internet at the office doesn't block that stuff. Good for you guys.
Yeah, where's our firewall? What's the scoop with that?
Well, when we set up our computers, we got all that taken off.
We should not even say that,
Yeah,
right?
don't even mention
Don't
it.
alert the IT.
It's like Fight Club. Don't talk about Fight Club.
Jim Courier, Tennis Channel, four-time Grand Slam singles winner, joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. How was Paris, Jim? How was it?
Paris was epic. We had a great tournament over there, Rich. The weather was perfect. It was hot on Friday. It was cool on Saturday and Sunday when Serena got to work, and Wawrinka surprised everybody in the final, beating Djokovic. It was a wild and woolly French Open, the kind I like.
Let's start with the Serena of it all. Have we reached the point where she's the GOAT, greatest of all time, Jim? Have we reached that point?
She's probably going to define that, I think, clearly in the next year and a half, because Steffi Graf has the record of the Open era right now with 22 slams. Serena's sitting on 20, and Serena can get the true Grand Slam this year, Rich. I think that would seal it because she'd be 22 right there and doing, still have time to add to her tally. It's been unbelievable what she's done since she hooked up with this French coach, Patrick Marotta. She won 7 majors in the last 3.5 years since they got together. It's a joke how good she is right now.
So why is she as good as she's ever been, other than just the coaching? Is it just no one else has the game to even give her one? What's the scoop here, Jim?
Rich, she's got it. And first of all, let's give her props for speaking proper French. She's doing all of her interviews in French. So she's not an ugly American like most of us used to be when we travel over there. I throw you in that boat with me, by the way.
No, Jim. Now look, let's be honest. You would stand up there and showboat with your perfect French after you won. You got the mic and you thanked the French people in perfect French. Come on.
It was hardly perfect, and that's how I know you're an ugly American too, because you thought it was good. So
all you have to do,
well.
you know how it works in Paris. All you got to do is just give it a little try. Because, they can tell that you're American the minute they see you, pretty much.
Yeah, they can. The blonde hair and freckles certainly gives it away. But anyway, look, here's the deal with Serena. I said this mid-tournament because she'd gotten through a couple of tough matches against Azarenka and Sloane Stephens, and she hadn't played great, and she'd gotten past some really good players. And I said, look, if she just plays her C game the rest of the tournament, she's good enough to win this thing. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, she was really sick with the flu. But she's so powerful, she's so fast, she's so tough, and she has no real weaknesses. She just plays a different game than any other woman plays right now, and probably in the history of the game, when you put Serena at 100%, I don't think anyone can really stand up to what she brings to the table.
Yeah, she's
too strong, too good.
She's so awesome. Let's turn to the men's side. It seems like we have another number one player in the world in Djokovic that has issues on the clay. What is so tough? Can you describe why it is so tough to win on that surface, Jim?
It's actually not a surface issue for Djokovic. He won all the big tournaments he played on clay leading up. He was obviously the leading man coming in, but he also has set up this mountain in front of himself by declaring publicly how much he wants to win the one major he hasn't won yet. So he has this pressure that he knows is there. He's not hiding it from anybody. He's talking about it. And he gets into a situation in the finals on Sunday against a guy who has nothing to lose and plays like it, which is nice to see, because a lot of times players with nothing to lose still cower in the big moment, and Stan Wawrinka did anything but that. He blasted right through it. But you could see the tension was a bit of a straitjacket for Djokovic, and he's still the favorite to go win Wimbledon. He's still the favorite at the U.S. Open the way he's played this year, but he's built a real firewall. I'm going to use your word for what you guys are lacking internet-wise at your office around the French Open title for right now. But he still has time. He's only 28 years of age, and he's the best player in the world by a pretty good margin. he just got blown away a little bit on Sunday, and I think the moment was a little too much for him.
Well, where does Wawrinka go from here? Do we see him in Wimbledon? We see him at the Open? Is he now put his hat in this ring here, Jim?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of these guys who's going to be hot and cold because he hits the crap out of the ball off of both sides. He and Djokovic are probably the two players, Rich, where when you're playing them, you never feel safe because they have so much power, equal power on the forehand and the backhand side. Everyone else, you can get a little bit of a breather. Hit the ball to Nadal's backhand, you get a little respite. You hit it to Federer's backhand, you get some time off before he starts attacking you. Not the case with Stan, but he doesn't play the same level of defense that some of those guys I just mentioned did. So he'll have his hot days, he'll have his cold days, but he'll have a puncher's chance. That's for sure.
And he's tight with Federer?
Yeah, they won the Davis Cup last year, which was the first time the Swiss guys did that. I mean, they've had their ups and their downs, and he beat Federer in the quarterfinals, but Fed sent some nice love to him on Twitter after he won that match, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Jim Courier joining me here, but we know Federer and Djokovic aren't best of pals. Boris Becker essentially saying that in a book that's out there, lamenting the fact that folks aren't wearing their emotions on their sleeve in the men's tennis world, like, for instance, you used to, and Becker. Do you agree with Boris on that,
Well,
Jim?
I think that I think that people love to see some conflict. I think just in general in sports we like to see conflict, and it's a little bit tougher sometimes in a sport like tennis where you're in the same locker room week after week to generate that kind of stuff. You have to kind of get along. So I think that the guys right now at the top are as classy as the best role models that we can really have in the sport. That's not to say that we don't want to have some people like this young Australian kid with swagger named Nick Kyrgios, who beat Nadal in Australia at Wimbledon last year. You want some showboats, you want some hot dogs, you like a little bit of that stuff. But frankly, I think the game's in unbelievable shape right now. Obviously, we'd love to have an American man doing what Serena's doing, but internationally the game's never been stronger or better.
You led me into my next question, because Jack Sock lost to Nadal, who lost to Djokovic, who lost to Wawrinka. So if we use sort of the Kevin Bacon analogy here, Jack Sock is very close to winning the French Open. Is he our best hope, men's tennis right now, Jim?
Jack is doing exceptionally well this season. He's ranked about 30 in the world right now, and he has a monster serve, monster forehand. So, yeah, he's very competitive. He and John Isner, I think, can definitely push into the second week of majors. And also, what's good news, Rich, we kind of dominated the junior boys. We have a big, at the French Open, we have a big group of 17, 18, and 19-year-old boys, like 7 or 8 of these kids that are going to be very good. And they're going to be top 100 in the next couple of years. And then from there, hopefully we'll get some guys that will bust through and win some majors. But it's a big group of guys that are all strong, really good players. So I think the cavalry's coming. We've waited for a while since Roddick won a major. He's our last guy to do it. So I think we're on the way.
I'm with Jim Courier here on the Rich Eisen Show. Before I let you go, let's talk about the Powershare Series that you and your buddy John Venison, helped create. Where you hit the Wayback Machine. It's you, Roddick, also McEnroe.
Hot tub time machine. That's what we do.
Yeah, but the thing that I love about this, Jim, is you call your own lines, and you're using a lot of instant replay, which is clearly the future in the sport. We have the challenge accuracy percentages from the Powershare Series. Are you aware of these, or do you need me to remind you of these?
Am I aware of you? I created that.
I know you did.
It'd be cool to have on our website. I'm pretty sure that I'm lousy.
No, you're the best. You have 21 challenges, 33% accuracy. Agassi only challenged 5. He wasn't correct on any of them, so that's last place. But the best one is McEnroe.
Yep.
He had the most challenges, 42.
Not a surprise.
He was correct only on 17%.
Well, I think there's something that the fans really get a kick out of when we see Mac, for all the bluster, that he's always been full of it. It's good for all of us to realize that once and for all.
That's what the Powershare Series is all about? Is that what you're saying?
We're all about uncovering the truth.
And how have you enjoyed this series?
It's been great. No, it's been great. It's a chance for us once a year. We have these 12 tournaments over like a 6-week period, chance to get back and play with Agassi and Sampras and Mac and Chang and all the great players. I love it. I mean, it's a great way to stay competitive, get out there and do it, and also get to a bunch of cities that don't get a lot of professional tennis these days. We can get to a lot of cities in a short period of time. It's fun, and I was really enjoying it until I got hurt this year. That's one of the problems at 44 is you gotta be stretching a little bit more than I'm doing.
How's fatherhood?
Fatherhood is great. I have a almost 6-month-old boy named Kellen. How about you? How are the kids?
We have 3 of them now, Jim.
It's craziness.
I know.
That is absurd.
Yeah, it was 12.
Yeah, we're behind you guys, but we're working in the right direction.
Okay.
We got one to the good.
If you need
Everything
any
is
tips,
great.
just there's lots of challenges. You just need to be better than 33%, Jim, on that front.
I can tell you that I'm better than 33% of the fathers out there when it comes to changing diapers. I'm a diaper samurai.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. I'm like Belushi with the samurai pizza or samurai dry cleaners. Man, I can just chop that thing up. It's all good.
It's like a pit crew? Seriously, like you're
Yes.
mere seconds?
I'm in and out. Quick. Oh yeah.
Look at
Changed
you,
two on the plane yesterday back from Paris.
Oh my God.
High level stuff.
Look at us talking babies and tennis, Jim. Look at us, man. What's happened?
We're on the Rich Eisen show, which means we talk about whatever Rich Eisen wants to talk about.
That's right. Or the white Shaquille O'Neal, as I was
The white Shaquille.
As I'm allowed to be called.
That is a classic.
Yeah, he gave me the green light on that himself just about a half an hour.
Well, if the Big Shaq tells you to go with that, no one else is going to stop you.
JC, thanks. Let's chat before Wimbledon, okay?
I'll look forward to it. All right, give Susan my best.
You bet. You got it. That's Jim Courier.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.